How we doing, folks? Another day in paradise. I hope you're smiling and I hope you're happy. As you can see, this is the easy bit. It's just dunking because they're only short bits. These are my spacers, packers that I'm going to be using. But what we're doing, dunking them in so they're getting a good coat, especially these ones, because once they're in position, they're never really going to see the light of day again. Oh, you're going to want to watch this week to the end. I've got a nice little surprise for you. I'm going to introduce to you the new love of my life. Think about that one for a while, folks. Anyway, so what I'm doing, dunking these, getting these prepped, and even when life, like now, I've been struggling. I've been finding it hard going, sometimes lacking motivation, probably spending too much time on that procrastination wheel, feeling overwhelmed with the amount I've got to do. They're feelings that we all get from time to time, but how do we keep going? Well, I've been soldiering on, and now I've got what I call quite an easy task. It's not physically demanding, it's not mentally tiring, so I'm able to balance the world of me. And I try as best I can to balance my life. Yeah, I'll have 2 or 3 really hard days. Then I don't always have a day off as such, but then I work towards an easy day. Like today, and this is this afternoon here, and I've been doing a little bit of admin. I've been doing a lot of emails to and fro with different things, sorting out my life, vehicle insurance, organising diggers, um, getting a little bit of shopping in, all the sort of domestic stuff, the stuff that, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to do, along with many others, I expect. But these things have to be done. So we just get those done. And now I'm thinking to myself, which was kind of planned in my world, is to have life or a day where this is just easy. It's just nice. It's there on a warm day. The girls are happy. They're sunbathing somewhere. Um, and I can do this. I can switch off if my mind's too busy. Or I can think about projects. I don't have to really exert my efforts, my mind, my thoughts to what I'm doing. I'm just treating the wood so that I can finish off the raised beds. This is how I attempt to get over the main problems and the main issues of life. Hard days, easy days, be it physical, non-physical, be it mental, non-mental. It comes to us all, but we'll have a day like today where I'm progressing, I'm achieving, and guess what? I'm having a chat with you guys. How are you doing? But we'll get all of these done. Well, 5 more here, and then we get the paintbrush out. And the reason why, because some of you are probably going to pick up on the fact it's dripping. Yeah, it's dripping under the bloody timbers that I'm going to be creosoting. So I don't need to worry about protecting the ground just yet. But I've got a way of doing that. But that's all the packers nearly done. And then I shall start with the paintbrush. But yeah, new love in my life. Some of you are going to like this. Some of you may not. But yeah, I've got a new love. Right, this is the last of these. I'll speed up the next bit for you because you don't want to be watching me doing this for too long. It becomes boring. See you in a minute, folks. And there you go, folks. That is creosoted. Whilst I was doing that, let's put that there. Whilst I was doing that, I sat there and I was thinking to myself, it's kind of therapy because I had the ability to sort of switch off, not think about anything, just gently, boom, 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 kind of drift off into my own thoughts. Just going to get a bit of paper because the gloves aren't 100% creosote proof. So there's a bit on my glasses. But there you go. That's that bit done. And yeah, it was a form of therapy to me. And you know, I sort of like, you know what? Life's good. What do you guys use or do that allows you to switch off? Allows you just to not worry. And I mean, that's done that one. But anyway, I've now got the raised beds to do, and this lot, I've given it a good soak in. It's all well stacked on top of each other, so that as much as it can, is to allow to try and get as much creosote into the wood. It's horizontal, it's sitting, it's soaking in, to try and give it as much as I can before it goes on there, especially on the undersides, because it's not going to see the light of day again. So, but there we go. On to the next bit. And remember, there's a love affair at the end of this. Go have a tea break. This one, days like this. Got a dunk of biscuits as well. So, yeah, no, it's a strange one because doing something that is enabling you to switch off, um, it's good. You can allows the mind to relax. No, I'm no tree hugging hippie. No, I'm not no psychologist or anything like that. I kind of worked it out myself over the time. A lot of it since I've been living with nature. Um, since I've been living here, not having the modern world pressures, I suppose. But I've learned to self-doctor, self-heal, paid me, and lots of little things. And it's just things that, yeah, a job like that, I don't have to think about it. I can just go on and this can drift wherever it wants to drift. And come away from that, it's a good job done. My mindset, it's clear, my mind is clear, and it enables me to keep going. And, you know, living in this alternative ways, it's quite often, it's a lot harder, but at other times, it's really easy. Yeah, if I'm not feeling doing anything today, well, I don't do anything today. You're unable to do that if you've got a clock on and clock off. So, yeah, I'm a fortunate guy. And I've had a hard spell, so I'm having myself an easier spell for a few days. Because a lot of what I've got to do is I've got quite a bit of work to prepare for the next big part of the project. That's going to be interesting, folks. Well, for me, definitely. Hopefully for you. That's where we're going to see quite a huge change. But, and it will be quite a huge change. Trust me on that one. But yeah, so I have a cup of tea, sit down, listen to the birds, obviously having a chat with you guys. And you guys, the subscribers, the viewers, I know you're the other side of the screen and scattered worldwide. I get an awful lot of messages from America, Canada. I really do enjoy those messages, and some of the conversations, some of the messages, it gives me a little bit of an insight as to how alternative lives are around the globe. And yeah, they're all a little bit different, and each one is unique to themselves, as my way of life is unique to me. And I think it's brilliant. So I mean, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and please spread the word. You know, allow my channel to grow a little bit more. I feel very humbled that a lot of you say that you find what I'm doing very inspirational. Well, that was the target I had when I originally set this channel up, to support the technical department, to sort of to try and give inspiration when times are hard. I experienced the hardship. I share the hardship with you, and how I try to get over those hurdles. Sometimes I do, sometimes I struggle, but inevitably I always get over them. But anyway, folks, I'm going to have a cup of tea. I shall see you in a little while. Well, that was just a little tease about what you're going to see. My new love. Anyway, back to this. Creosote, the raised beds. Yeah, I've done one. I've got 1, 2, 3 to do. While I do them, I'll recoat the original 3 as well. I had it put to me in the comments by a viewer saying that, oh, they're bad. They're bad for plants because of the chemicals and malarkey and all the horribleness that goes into them. Yes, I'm aware. That's why we have the plastic liner. One, yes, obviously to retain the soil in, but it stops anything leaching from here to here. So these are very sturdily built pallets. So they are actually ideal for raised beds. They're a lot sturdier than your white ones. But even your white pallets, they get a lot of those, can be pressure treated. There's nasties in pressure. There's nasties in just about anything. I mean, yeah, I use creosote. I mean, timber care products. If you look at the ingredients, there's nasties in there. If we worry about the nasties all our life, we're never going to live, are we? But that's what it is. Anyway, time to crack on. And there you go, folks. All the raised beds now, even the old ones, all treated. The cabins, all that timber is treated. And as you can see, in the back way in the camera, you see the sun's starting to go down. The girls, well, big one is, she came down to sort of let me know that it's dinner time. So enough is enough for the day. That can all soak in overnight, and then tomorrow morning get the cappings on. Possibly a day, but so far so good. The sense of achievement is there. Sense of pride is there. Always have pride in what you do, folks, because it helps lift yourself. So anyway, dinner time for me, dinner time for the girls, time to relax, unwind, listen to my bird song. See you tomorrow. And another beautiful day. Right, this lot's been spent the night soaking. Where it's been stacked, some of them are still a little bit wet, which is good because it's still soaking in. The plan, the big master plan, is to use this. And remember that bag of screws I saved? Here they are. Because these are going to fix all of this. Recycle, reuse. The basic plan being is we're going to have 1, 2, 3. These 3 are just slightly wider than the pallets. There's a reason for that. Should have put my gloves on. In actual fact, my gloves are just back there. This is where I get too excited about things sometimes. I get too enthusiastic. So pick the gloves up and we'll put the gloves on. Because creosote, yeah, like most things, not friendly. So we've got, yeah, 1, 2, 3 pieces going that way. Then we've got the spacers, which are going to go here. And I won't do that because of these. But the basic concept, the reason for the spacers is, I don't know if you can quite see on there, but one piece of decking is not wide enough to cover the width of the pallet, but 2 pieces are. So what we're going to do is put spacers in like so, and then we will have 2 pieces which overhang the pallet that way and overhang the pallet that way. Again, it helps protect the pallet, and the reason for the spacers is, I know what'll happen. One day I'll sit there, and because there'll be give there, and I'll sit on it or I'll put something on it and it could put it under stress, possibly break it. So that is the basic concept of what I'm going to do. I will time lapse you on this one, but this is what I'm out to achieve. Let's see the end result. And there we go, folks. I ran out of the decking screws, but I do have some equivalent screws. But there we have made and yes, I'll crease out my hands, because when you got like rubber gloves on and things like that and you're holding screws with a drill, they wind up in the gloves a lot, so I've had to do it bare. But there you go. As you can see, is 4 raised beds now complete. Everything's creosoted, the liners are in there, I've got the well rotted manure in there. All I've got to do is compost topsoil for when I plant, and jobs are good in. What do you think? Do you think I've done a good job, folks? Hey ho, it is what it is. It's sturdy, it's functional. The reason that one's in there is to stop the soil going that way, and it's just there, and it's reasonably tidy, and it's cost me next to nothing. And the produce that I can grow out of these 4 is going to save me even more money. We love being frugal, folks. But there's the raised beds done. A bit of a long haul getting these done. It's taken more time than I thought it would, to be perfectly honest with you. But we're there. You just got to keep soldiering on, folks. Just keep soldiering on. Anyway, let's talk about, or shall I just tease you? My new love. Shall I tease you? Shall I not? Maybe I'll tell you after I've had a cup of tea. Well, I've had my cup of tea. And the new love of my life. You're going to be introduced to her. Before I say that, because it's the end of the video, and chicken logo's up there, gratefully received by all. All donations for the chickens, they are coming. And obviously, if you like the video, please comment, share, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. But, new love of my life. No, it's not this. This is my trusty old disco, which I'll never part with. As you know, I've got another one over there for spares. But no. Next week, I will give you the story behind the new love of my life. But just on the finishing note, a quick introduction, and then you'll have to wait until next week. Ta-da! And her name is Joy. See you next week, folks.